So just finished rebuilding the caliper on this GPZ 900R, and it is now time to bleed the rear brakes. Now there are several ways to do that. There's the traditional method that we're all familiar with, where you just pump the brakes and crack the nipple to let the air out. Then there's the vacuum gun that you can attach to the nipple to suck all the air out that way. But the method I'm going to try today for the very first time is actually the reverse fill, where basically you take a syringe filled with your brake fluid and you push it through the bleed nipple, forcing all the air out of the system, theoretically bleeding your brakes in one shot. So let's see how efficient that system really works. So I've got the syringe here ready to go. I've got a bit of fuel line attached to go into the bleed nipple, and I've got a little dish here of brake fluid. I'm only using the dish just basically for demonstration purposes. So to fill this up, I'm going to first pull the syringe back about an inch or so. Then I'm going to force all the air out while the tip is submerged. Suck it in. Repeat that process 1 or 2 times. And that forces all the air out of the system without having to do that upside down needle squirt that you always see on the nice doctor shows. Let's see if this actually works without squirting brake fluid all over the place. Now I'm just going to gently start to inject the coolant into the system. Just very gentle. Oh, look at that. It's already starting to come up the reservoir. You can see all the air bubbles coming up in my secondary camera here. Super cool. All right. There it goes, just blowing bubbles. Very cool. Now we're actually filling the reservoir. All the air's been pushed out, which is good because my syringe is almost empty. A few more bubbles coming out there. Wow. That was really cool. Like, super easy. I'll be honest, that actually worked quite a lot better than I thought it would. But let's see if this actually did anything. So as you just saw, I was pumping the rear brake pedal with absolutely nothing happening at the rear end. So after a little bit of head scratching, I decided to do a quick traditional bleed, and sure enough, some air did come out of the bleed valve there. And ever since then, I tried it again, and sure enough, it works perfectly fine. So do I think the reverse feed is the be-all and end-all of brake bleeding methods? No, absolutely not. But do I think it's a cheat code to get to the end result quicker? Most definitely. You guys all saw how quickly and easily I was able to prime the entire system with brake fluid, with the exception of that little bit of air that was trapped at the end. So it's definitely something I want to keep working on and try to improve. I think it's a really cool method, very least to cut down on time. So let me know in the comments if you guys have any experience with the reverse bleed, or perhaps you've got a new method that I haven't mentioned or shown yet in this video. In which case, please leave it in the comments below so that way we can all learn together. Thanks again for watching. I just wanted to share this little experiment while I'm working on the GPZ here. So that's it for me today, and as always, please ride safe.